What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Maverick here with another episode of BEASTARS. So, in the last episode, we got reacquainted with many of the characters, including one Louis, who has been missing for quite a while now, only for him to promptly disappear again. I reckon that he's off being Batman, or Buckman, or whatever it is. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but from the dialogue and whatnot, I do kind of feel like he's off to dish out justice through his own methods, or something like that. Legosi is still mostly just same old Legosi here, though I do think that he's come a little bit more to terms with the strength that he has within him, which might just be important here because at the end of last episode he was being cornered by this mysterious figure who may or may not be related with the killings that happened in this school all the way back from the very first episode of Season 1. Is that true or not? Let's get into the episode and find out. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, actually, we're starting from the opening, eh? Huh. Alright, it's a bop, so I'll just keep it in for now. But, you know, from the next episode on, if it still starts from the opening, I'll probably cut it out, because, like, come on, we can save some time here. Dun 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 dun. You know, I think I actually like this song more than you know, Running Through the Night, which was their previous hit. And of course, it's always great that the lyrics fit the anime, right? And then the cascading title screen, of course. Well, yeah, and I do believe we are about to do the BEASTARS selection or something of that sort. Great, please. All right. Okay, so I guess they're reluctant to name one because you know, they don't want to be accused of showing favoritism to either side. Ah, the politics of it all. Devourers. A cat. Yeah, they are kind of a cat. And this is definitely a shitty situation, all things considered. No, a snake, eh? Alright. So that's what all those eyes were. Nice eyebrows, dude. Was this the guy who devoured the alpaca? Just a minute, my laundry's done. Alright, what's her name? Come on. Stop ogling him, you pervert! Alright, let's continue. Really? Hexai. Oh, constriction. Promiscuous baby-faced dwarf rabbit. Hexai's like, I see awe. Rattlesnake as well. Alright. Shame of having a body with no limbs. Huh. Snake suit. Huh? Okay. So, is he supposed to be like a tsundere snake or something like that? Slither away. Yeah. Yeah. One of your humble fans. What is this, dude? Or actually, with eyelashes like that, is it possible that this snake is actually a lady? Hmm. Is that? Oh, that's crazy, honestly. Beast. Have you guys like forgotten what the Beastar is actually for? But I guess this is a way for it to eventually allow Legosi to become the next Beastar. Kangaroo boxing. We know this girl, right? Right beside you. I mean, I'm sure all the alpacas. Like, why? Why would you? That's got to be like the worst place to ask questions. Like, come on, be a little bit more discreet about all this. Certainly drink a lot. He seems a little bit. Ooh, nice. Look at this battle animation. Wolf is a wolf. Oh, Carl. Give it to him. This dire? Alright. Oh, Carr knows that Tim likes the girl. Yes. Dang. Oh, wait, a carnivore? Huh. Huh. Suddenly show up. That's what Louis said, right? The clue exists within yourself? Is this Louis? The Leoku. Still. Mafia lines. Monitor lizards. Is it? Damn, even better than Batman. No, I like the way you think, Louis. Right. The Dark Protector of the city. Damn. Listen to this background music. Did he just effing murder that dude? Holy shit. Damn. I guys, I love this development. I effing love this. Sashirus comet. The nice comet? Having someone to defend can give me all the inner strength I never knew. Oh, I will see you guys after this. Oh man, I absolutely love this development. Mwah! Louis becoming like the head of the mafia and now aiming to dominate the black market is even better than I could have hoped for. Like, I was all like, okay, he's definitely gonna become Batman now. No, he went one step further than that. I love it. By the way, I don't think he actually killed the driver in at the very end there. That gunshot was actually going back to a flashback scene, right? He's just, you know, showing off, you know, he's the boss and whatnot. Hey, don't look down on me and all that. You gotta keep his subordinates in check and all that. Rule with an iron fist and so on and so forth, right? And I get it, right? I kind of get it because Louis, not just kind of get it. I mean, it actually really fits into the entirety of Louis's character. So from basically like in the last episode, right, he was talking about, hey, he's moving on to a bigger stage now. He can't believe that he was originally playing on such a small stage, right? And that ties in with what he's talking about in this episode as well, how the world is built on lies, and you know, he's decided to take his talents to this place where, to him, this is where things actually matter, right? So what am I talking about? You know, the funny thing is, I actually agree with Louis in terms of this sort of in terms of the context, right? For those of you who have watched my season 1 series, you'll probably know that I've been a big proponent of saying that the black market is actually a very, very crucial part in terms of stabilizing the current world that BEASTARS is set in, right? Because I keep on arguing of the carnivore side of things, and how, in this current society that they are in, they are literally suppressing their natural desires and whatnot in order to accommodate the herbivores. So, this sort of what I feel is a direct confrontation against their natural instincts, their natural desires, what makes carnivores carnivores. It's going to be unhealthy, and it's going to result in some pretty bad things once everything explodes. Or you can only take things up to a certain point, and I do think that the society that they have built is going to explode once some incidents happen, and then all hell breaks loose, right? So to me, the black market and its operations is actually a major stabilizing point in the society that BEASTARS have built. And in fact, I've argued in season 1 as well that this shouldn't be a black market. This should actually be officially recognized, or it has to be officially regulated, right? To me, it's an indispensable part of the society, and if that is the case, you can't do away with it. You might as well regulate it and ensure the ongoing and uninterrupted continuation of the services that are provided there, right? But since it's called a black market, it's literally a place where authorities don't really want to acknowledge, and they don't really want to accept responsibility for this, because it's bad PR, it's bad for the public relations and all that. So Louis is basically saying, all right, if you guys aren't going to handle these matters, let me do it, right? I'm going to take over the black market. I'm going to ensure that this place is going to continue to thrive and prosper for the sake of the society. And hey, if I manage to gain a lot of power and influence at the same time, so be it. That's just befitting my position here, right? So I absolutely agree, honestly. I feel like the way that he's he is still a little bit too extreme in terms of his attitude towards the carnivores and all that. But if the end result is still that he's going to operate this place and ensure that nothing stands in the way, and both carnivores can get what they need from the black market, and while protecting mostly the interests of the herbivores at the same time, why not, right? So I really love this sort of development here. Although it's quite inevitable that Luis's role right now as this is going to bring him into conflict with Legosi in the future, right? Who is seemingly walking the path of light here. And this brings in yet another ironic situation here, where all the dirty work, if you will, the ugly side of society and whatnot, which is normally handled by the carnivores, is now being headed by that of a herbivore. And whereas the BEASTARS, the ones who walk in the light, who are heralded by the general animal population and whatnot, was supposed to be a herbivore, but now is actually supposedly going to be a carnivore in Legosi, right? I do think this is sort of setting these two up to be, setting up Legosi to be the BEASTAR, and then for him to conflict with Louis, which will happen probably many episodes down in the future. Probably not even within the scope of season 2 either. But it's definitely really, really interesting and fun to me. And speaking of Legosi, right, so actually before we get into that, the security guard from this episode, so the translation group, the subgroup, decided to translate the name as Hexai. I kind of get it, because the security guard's original name is Lokume. Loku means 6, Mei means eyes, so literally it's 6 eyes, right? It's kind of referring to the 6 eyes that are printed on the rattlesnake's body, and so on and so forth, right? And so that's probably why the translation group decided to sub it as Hexai. I don't really agree with that translation, though, and in fact, I don't really like localization of names, so I'm going to continue calling the security guard Lokume, just as a heads up to you guys. So, Lokume was not really a foe, I guess you could say. He or she, actually I'm still not quite sure as of right now. The Seiyu is definitely a she, right? It's voiced by a female Seiyu, but the actual gender of Lokume, I'm still kind of questionable about. But in any case, seems to be a friend, at least for now, and apparently even knows who the actual perpetrator is, the one who killed Tim, right? Um, and what else? What was I going to talk about? Oh, the entire situation between Legosi and him finally stepping up, and what else? Oh, reading through Tim's diary and all that. It's not made entirely clear because I feel like the entries in his diary are talking about different people, right? Different entries are actually talking about different people. It's not actually all talking about the same person. Because originally I was kind of like, I was kind of confused. It was like, it's pretty obvious that in one entry he was talking about a lady friend that he was very much enamored by, and then in the next one is talking about, hey, carnivores have their own problems too, but I can always talk to a carnivore because I consider them my friend, or so on and so forth. I thought it was the same thing, but no, I do think that that Tim is referring to Alice here when he is talking about the lady that he is smitten by, and potentially Legoshi if not someone else in terms of the friend part. But in any case, that's definitely going to be a clue coming on in the future, right? And it's nice that Legoshi is finally starting to step up, recognize and acknowledge his own strengths, and utilize it for the side of good, which, well, like I said, inevitably bring him into the forefront of the entire BEASTARS thing, and hey, he might just win it as well. And speaking of the BEASTARS, right, the third part and the last part I want to talk about here is in regards to the politics of the society that we are in, right? This is something that I've really liked about this series, and why I keep arguing that, hey, this series using animals as its characters really makes a lot of sense, and it's not just furry bait, right? Because it's basically a way of drawing parallels to modern society in terms of, racism and so on and so forth, without, stepping on anyone's toes, right, if you will. So we got the herbivores versus carnivores kind of thing going on, but then there's all these species of animals as well. We can keep on, we've known since season 1 that this is a very tricky kind of situation, right? Carnivores are undoubtedly much more superior to the herbivores in terms of their strength, their power, and whatnot, but they are still choosing to live together in a society and trying to accommodate each other. And in this case, it's really much more a case of the carnivores accommodating the herbivores instead, right? Even though they are still sort of looked down upon or looked in fear and horror by the herbivores as well. And we can kind of see it in this as well, right? Lion being a lion, he's intentionally being timid here, right? Because he knows that he needs to not really be too overly aggressive of what he's trying to do. And the same goes for, the entire situation of the BEASTARS and all that. It seems that the general expectation is that the BEASTARS should be a herbivore because it's more, it's just more politically correct, if you will, because they are supposedly weaker to the carnivores and whatnot. So you don't want to choose one out of just pure strength and so on and so forth. And so we can kind of see the sort of balance of power within that scene, and how they eventually get to. I think we can safely say that herbivores actually have a stronger voice in terms of the politics of this society, but as I said, this is only because both sides are choosing to acknowledge each other and work with each other, but it could all come crashing down if the carnivores can't really take it anymore, right? I mean, think about it. There's no real reason that they need to live together in a society with herbivores, right? Like, literally no reason. It's just that they have chosen as a society to do it this way, and they're doing their best, right? They're doing their best. One other thing I do want to talk about from that entire scene is also, what a BEASTAR actually is, right? Because definitely I do not agree with choosing the student that catches the devourer, the criminal, right? The guy who killed off Tim to become the next BEASTARS. I think that, going back, what we learned of a BEASTAR is that they need to show the ability, the leadership ability, the confidence, and the empathy required to look at both sides of animals, right? Carnivores and herbivores as well. Now, simply being able to catch the culprit here doesn't really qualify them to lead and to become an example for both sides. So, you know, that's definitely, I don't know what got over them. They're absolutely stupid in deciding this. Although thankfully here, I think it is sort of setting up Legosi to become the next Beastar. And, you know, we all know what Legosi is and where his heart truly lies, right? So I guess it won't matter in the end anyways. So anyways, that's it for episode 14, BEASTARS. Lots of interesting developments. I love what we're going for right now, and I can't wait to see more. So stay tuned, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.